I love this fucking gun. But yeah, Google Devolver Digital E3. 2018's was fucking great. 2017's was an absolute classic. And the other thing I like is the way they take the piss out of all of this sort of celebrity gamer stuff, you know, and take the piss out of the way that people frequently get people to pretend to be playing the game on the big screen. Now, they really are. They have a sense of humour that would require some industry inside knowledge. I think what we're going to do, we're going to box around. I'm going to try and unlock some fucking locations because for some reason I've not got close enough to anything to cap a waypoint. Here you go. I don't like this. I say I don't like this place. I do like this place, but I just am very wary because I just assume there's going to be loitering fucking synths. There a bed? There's not going to be a bed, is there? I think there might be a mattress on the fucking roof, but to be honest, I'm at the point now where I think I would rather just chug lots of drugs, try and not die, and get to a base. Thank you for the host, Patrick, mate. Yeah, High School's saying watching Trevor Noah introduce Battlefield 5 was a very transformational moment for me. From that point on, I found it really hard not to be as skeptical as possible when watching these publishers work. Yeah, I thought that was spectacularly cynical, that entire presentation, because I mean, I think you guys have got a pretty good handle on my personal politics, and I've got no time for bigotry, fucking racism. I'm an all-round live and let live guy, and I saw that presentation, and yeah. It just was a very cynical presentation, and as somebody described it, to paraphrase the way someone described it to me, they said that it was something along the lines of, yeah, it was pretty fucking rich, EA doing a stage show about Battlefield 5, bullshitting about inclusivity, and they had to, everybody on stage was a white guy. And they had to hire a guy who was mixed race to present it. Otherwise, it would have just been 5 white guys on a fucking stage talking about inclusivity. At the end of the day, all of the bullshit with Battlefield 5 is about manipulating customers, or using avatars to manipulate customers in the way they identify with their characters to try and sell them more microtransactions. But ultimately it's just a bunch of fucking white guys on stage, and they hired Trevor Noah, like he was going to be some kind of magical sort of charm to make it, you know, to change the visual appearance of the presentation, and it was just like shit. It's like yeah, it was just. Yeah, it's nothing to do with inclusivity. Battlefield 5 is all about fucking microtransactional sales, and yeah, as I said in my video, it's like, you know, everything they're doing's fine if it was a different type of game. You know, if it was a steampunk game or an alternative reality game, you can, you know, it's you know, I think what they're doing with the game in theory is fucking brilliant. Only it doesn't work in a historical... What the fuck is that? It doesn't work in a historical World War II game. You know, to flip it on its head. Imagine if I made a video game about the Tuskegee Airmen, who were the very famous sort of African American flyers from sort of fighter squadron from World War II. Imagine if I came along and said, let's make a game about the Tuskegee Airmen, but we're going to make some of the guys white and we're going to make half of them women. You know, people would just be like, what the fuck? You know, it's a video game about the Tuskegee Airmen. That doesn't make any sense. And it's the same with Battlefield 5. It's like, you know, in principle, I've no issue with what they're doing, other than it doesn't fucking make sense in that game. But yeah, I mean, it's terribly cynical what they've been getting up to. People that care about inclusivity and all that stuff aren't even the audience they should target. Their fans clearly aren't. Yeah, I mean, people just want a Battlefield 5 game. Do you know what I mean? It's you know, you can't. You know what I mean? You got to play within the rules that you're signing up for, and if you're going to sign up to make a Battlefield game about World War II, then you have to operate within certain parameters. Uh-oh. And then you appropriately juxtapose the A with Devolver. Too right. His main hit Hotline Miami is largely a middle finger to cats like EA and the like. You know what? I need to play that game. I've never played it. Yeah, I mean, I like what Devolver is about, even though I've not really played many of their games. I mean, like I said, I own Serious Sam, but never actually bloody installed the damn thing. But I like their stance. But it'll be interesting to see how Scum pans out. I hope it's a success. It just has a lot of interesting features. Right, I'm just going to have a quick vape and decide whether I'm going to go straight up there or have a pop at these cats over here. Yeah, thank you, Patrick. Yeah, I'm very good, mate. Hope you are too. And thank you very much for the host, fella. You know what? I'm gonna push around a bit further. I'm gonna track around a little bit further around this coast road. I'm gonna go and get to one of my bases and go and get my fucking head down, because I've just realised we've had an awful lot of fighting and looting. Yeah, it's Beantown Brewery. Yeah, we've seen an awful lot of fucking action since I last saved. And we, by hook or by crook, are walking into a big fucking scrap in a minute. Plus, this gives me an opportunity to quickly swing by the base that I built. Good to hear, Patrick. Good to hear. And I swear, mate, we will be doing a ton of fucking underground. I've got one bloody survival.
Life isn't an easy one, but
one bloody survival thing to cap. And once I've capped that, you'll be sick of the sight of me. Yeah, there's just this one fucking achievement that's been eluding me.
Yes.
A lot of potential 10 Pines tenants here. I genuinely am actually really. Ooh, you know what? For a shithole, these guys are making me some reasonable money. Yeah, I've really enjoyed my time playing survival because it's something I've always been terrible at. Never played, and then because of the shield, I was forced to do it, and I was just fucking shocked at how much fun it was. But yeah, it was a nice surprise because you know there is a lot of beauty in the game, and it was nice to experience it. Being, you know, sometimes you have to be forced outside your comfort zone, and that's what happened with that shield. It forced me outside of my comfort zone and forced me to learn a mode of the game I was unfamiliar with, and I'm really happy. Dimby says, seriously, this Twitch extension is 100 times faster than their website and their app. That's good to hear. I mean, I use Chrome. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think Google are horrific when it comes to some of their business practices. I mean, it was out in the news today that Google has admitted that something like up to 100 companies have access to your bloody inbox. So I'm actually seriously considering rethinking some of the stuff I do. But as a browser quality goes, yeah, I mean, I have it up on a second monitor here, and this stream's looking pretty reasonable. Here you go, Mario's Gentleman's Club. You may remember this place was, for want of a better word, a fucking shithole last time we were here, and now it's a pretty respectable base actually. So yeah.
Hey, I just wanted to introduce myself.
Quick Fallout Cribs episode. I designed this way because basically different bases need you know, different orientation, but pretty much everything that attacks this base tends to kind of come from up there or down there. So I realised that it basically, by just orienting the base this way, there's no weak spots around the back. It's just solid concrete wall all the way around, and the entrance is here. And I just put in a fucking massive machine gun facility here, because anything coming up here is going to get a face full of fucking hot lead. Anything coming down here is going to get a fucking face full of hot lead. And I just stuck a security position up there and a gun up there, just so that there's some crossfire. And also I gave the person in that guard position there a recon gun. Top tip, I generally don't use those sentry positions very often, but it's actually quite handy having one person in each base. assigned to one of those lookout posts and give them a weapon with a recon scope, because they will put a red dot above every target, and it's just bloody handy, you know, when you rush to a base to go and liberate them, or sorry, go and help them during an attack. It's just handy because by the time you arrive, there's someone there who's done all the fucking legwork and highlighted them for you. Let's dump this shit off and carry on the cribs, and then I'll catch up with chat. So yeah, got a little area here, needs a little bit of work on the decoration. Probably a bit noisy due to all of the water supplies.
Hey there, friend. What's good here?
You one of them since?
Yeah, a little bit rough and ready with the bed situation. And
I knew it. You're here for me, right? To take me off to the Institute?
Friend, you got nothing to worry about.
And
Me and the Institute haven't been on
some plants on the roof in my little area here for doing my shit. And over here, just for maintenance point of view, there's a security position, and we've got a little walkway here. So yeah, it's an interesting design, asymmetrical, and basically that's going to cause someone a pretty fucking serious headache if they try and take a run at it.
Haven't you got that coat stitched up yet? Haven't had the chance. Too many other things that need doing first. Well, don't wait too long. We need that done.
I'm gonna run some diagnostics while you're tinkering. Take your time.
And yeah, don't worry, Patrick. There's I've got a backlog of base building to do, but there is definitely a base with your name on it. Yeah, this is looking alright. I like this base. The sleeping area is a little bit utilitarian for a brothel, admittedly, but it's quite a small this base is quite a small footprint, so you got to do the best you can with what you got. I think we're gonna get to the police station, and that will be a wrap for today. I think. Let's quickly check out how we're doing with the power armor. Fuck me, that needs a fucking repair. As I said before, if you're running with shocks, on your power armor, prioritize those for repair, because there's nothing worse than having one of your legs fail and then just being fucked. Yeah, I think I've still got about 20 bases to build.
No? Hey there, friend. What's good here?
I'm actually at a point now where I've ran out of steel for the first time in as long as I can remember, just from power building.
I knew it. You're here for me, right? To take me off to the Institute?
Friend, you got nothing to worry about.
You know what?
Me and the Institute haven't been on speaking.
I'm gonna sort these out later, but This is looking kind of nice. The one thing I have noticed about this design, it's funny, I'm learning, you know, I learn something every playthrough. But one is, be very careful about building shops so close to a backdrop like that. Because the number, there she is. There she is. And, you know, I can still just about interact with her.
Sure thing.
But,
We'll make something out of the Commonwealth.
yeah.
The farm's not much.
If there is an opportunity for people to fall down, they'll take it. So if I could do this all again, I would probably put in a little door or something just so people can climb back up. But as a general rule with base building, you know, if it's possible to get there, you need to put in stairs or something so people can get the fuck back up. Otherwise, they'll just get stuck.
My back hurts, my feet hurt, everything hurts.
Hi.
Step right up.
Tim
All
says, yeah, I
clothes
read
to
that
wear.
Twitch throttles areas with low activity to save resources. With this extension, I forced Twitch to
Sure. Let's take a
download
look.
more
Let
of the
me know what
stream,
you'd
and it
like.
stopped by buffering every 15 seconds. That is fucking weird. That is weird. It's like some of the bases are getting confused with who they are, if you know what I mean. Just gonna try something else quickly.
Ain't looking for trouble, I hope. I think I've got something in your size.
Let's see what you got.
Let me know what you'd like.
Yeah, I mean, this is shit that I sold at the other base.
The
Oh, well.
detective's life isn't an easy one, but it rarely lacks for excitement.
Yes,
Hey,
I'm sure I have something you need.
let's see what you have.
Here's what I've got.
I tell you, my character needs some skin cream, really. Right, let's get our asses up to Cambridge Police Station. I'm just hanging on to a few 5.56 rounds just because if I issue a gun to someone, I'll want a couple of rounds just so that I can
You'll always be welcome here.
I can spam them up. Patrick says that's the issue with Fallout 4's base building. Nav meshing is bollocks. Yeah, it seems to be different every bloody game as well. In fact, before I leave, I'm just going to quickly open the build menu. But it's like I seem to get different bugs every time I play. And this one's a little bit weird because I'm used to bases close together getting confused about what's in what inventory, but on this playthrough, base is quite a long way away of getting confused. It's almost like I'm dragging a record of my purchases around with me.
Yes?
Dim says the best settlement design would be a huge stadium-like hangar without walls. You know what? There's no reason you couldn't actually do that, since it's the only significant factor is the roof, because the roof makes people happier. Beds under roofs. Yeah, Patrick says suggest Fallout 4 unofficial patch mod, to be honest. That footsteps or gunfire? Sorry, I was just double checking something. Someone pointed out the they noticed today for the first time that the bolt's on the wrong side of the gun. Yeah, I might have to bite the bullet on the mods. The radio thing is a problem. I've got Patrick's spoon glasses mod to install, and I think maybe, yeah, the unofficial patch might be an idea. Who is Moobot and how do you kill it? Moobot is Moobot's my butler mate. No, is it Moobot and there's the other one? But yeah, they're just generic bots for your Twitch. And Dim says, and DNB without effects of DirectX fixes the rendering portion of the engine. Yeah, I might have to bite the bullet. I mean, it's to be honest, it's possibly the longest I've ever not run mods. Right, this is fucking repopped with ghouls now. I have cleared this area out before, but it appears we have some friends. Main issue with this is there's a lot of fucking cars. And cars.
First time I met a feral, I hoped it would ignore me
Blow
because
up.
I wasn't made of meat.
You know what? I actually think I fucking hit that time.
So long, pal.
Yeah, this
Not exactly subtle, pal.
the legendary effect confuses VATs and stops it. Actually seems to speed up fucking VATs.
Whatever it was, it's gone now.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, if you edit it slightly, but there is. I have to leave that no links functionality on, mate. Sorry. The God Rays fix works wonders for performance. Yeah, I'll be honest, I'd quite like to implement some kind of fix for the graphics, because the graphics control is a bit fucking bogged if you are running the vanilla game, because the in-game controls are that you control the right things, and Nvidia is complete fail when it comes to this game.
Antiques, huh?
Let me sleep. Yeah, normally, and like Nvidia, I'll just you know, I'll just let it automatically optimize games and it's fine. But Nvidia and Fallout 4 is it just is shit. Just doesn't sort it out. I mean, I've actually had the game's performance completely deteriorate after an Nvidia patch. You know, it's just like work. You know, the game's actually gone backwards in some ways. Right, where the fuck are these dudes? Yeah, I think I need to actually maybe start up a discussion on Twitch. Sorry, on Twitter.
Got it.
About which ones to install. Because you guys seem to be the experts. Right, where are the fucking bad men? Ah! Here you go.
Your funeral.
The fuck are these guys? Good shooting, Nick. Jeez, Nick's actually pretty fucking decent, and he's only got a 45 pistol, but he seems to do an awful lot of fucking damage with it. Right, I'm pretty sure there's someone above me because I keep getting flagged for some kind of detection as I'm moving around. Yeah, Nick's fucking brilliant.
Yes.
Ah, we have a... Come on. Come on! That's the fucking money shot right there. Oh, I have cleared this entire area out, but it's at some point completely fucking popped on me. Anyway, let's not fucking waste too much time here, because we need to get to the cop shop. Right, let's ignore this scrap. I can come back at some other point. I think I've managed to trip something there. Yeah, I think maybe I've tripped a bomb that doesn't... Oh shit. Okay. Here we go. Nice. That's better. Yes, I'm aware there's spectacular irony me picking up the hairbrush, given my current appearance. Well, I think shit's about to get real as soon as I go down there, so quick fake first. Right.
perimeter. Check your fire.
Here we go.
We appreciate the assistance, civilian. But what's your business here?
A Brotherhood soldier pointed me this way. I might be interested in joining up.
Interested in
High
recruitment,
school
huh?
says, all right, mates, off to a proper
me
American
ask you a few
football game.
questions.
My wife Phyllis
Are you
says,
familiar with the
hello.
settlement?
Catch you on the flippity flop. Thanks for streaming. Always fun to watch. High school, pleasure to see you, mate. Pass on our kindest regards to your other half. Have a good match.
Do all these questions really matter? After all, I help you fight those ferals.
You make a fair point. If I appear suspicious, it's because our mission here has been difficult. Since the moment we arrived in the Commonwealth, we've been constantly under fire. If you want to continue pitching in, we could use an extra gun on our side.
That all depends. How much are you paying?
Hey now, I didn't sign up to be someone else's kill bot.
So you're a mercenary. Typical. Fine. You help us, and I'll see you're compensated for your services. I'm Paladin Dance, Brotherhood of Steel. Over there is Scribe Halen and Knight Reese. I've been trying to send a distress call to our vessel at Boston International Airport, but the signal's too weak to reach them.
Sir, if I may,
Proceed, Halen.
I've modified the radio tower on the roof of the police station, but I'm afraid it just isn't enough. What we need is something that will boost the signal.
Our target is ArcJet Systems, and it contains the technology we need. The deep-range transmitter. We infiltrate the facility, secure the transmitter, and bring it back here. So what do you say? You willing to lend the Brotherhood of Steel a hand?
No time to waste.
Thanks,
Let's
Patrick.
get moving.
Outstanding. Halen, take Reese inside and bind his wounds.
Yes, sir.
Reese, once you're on your feet, I want you to make
Toss
certain the
anything you
perimeter is
can't haul
secure.
my way.
I'm on it.
Well, this is the...
It's time to prove your worth. Head into the police station and resupply yourself. Then let me know when you're ready to begin. Let's move out, people.
It appears
All right,
that,
big guy.
that I actually triggered this encounter by being around the corner this close to the police station. So, no, you know, normally, well, not a spoiler, but normally you come and speak to them and then they get bum rushed by ghouls, and if you're low level and under geared, it gets pretty fucking hairy because they just literally, it's like the fucking Alamo. They just come streaming in. But it would appear because we were so close to this area, they dealt with it whilst we were absent. Right then, well, this is going to be a place for us to get our head down and call it a day. Who's playing this game and why? Fuzz, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. You've come just as I'm about to retire, fella. We're getting in with the Brotherhood of Steel because they have nice armor and vertibirds.
So you gonna patch me up or what?
I don't know. Your prognosis looks pretty grim. Might be more humane to just take you out back and shoot you.
You're all hard, Doc.
Just quit squirming so I can get the
Right, we have beds. We can steal their shit. Skyrim 2124. You know what? I've seriously considered streaming Skyrim, but I just know that if all the time I'm playing Skyrim, I'd be thinking about Kingdom Come Deliverance. Right. Well, we can come and scrap this motherfucker up later. But we have beds here. So it's time for a tactical fucking nap. So yeah, I think this is as good a place to call it as any. When I speak to Paladin Dance, I also think he's a pretty good companion, actually. He's got quite an interesting story arc, and he's built like a brick shithouse. But yeah, when we speak to him, he's going to take us off on a mission to Arc Jet Systems, and that's at least a couple of hours action right there. So guys, thank you very much for tonight. Love talking to you. I'm going to boost off, and I will see you soon. Thank you very much for all of the information about the mods, and I will have a look at that message when I'm finished up, Patrick. Buzz, pleasure to see you, mate. Right, you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend.